What's going on, my man Kevin Goins? How are you?
I'm just doing good, man. Today is my January 1st moment. I'm so happy to be with the happy entrepreneurship tribe, man. Thank you so much for having us here.
I like how you start off. Today is my January 1st. Well, look, man, we haven't got started yet, but thanks for the energy. I'm glad you're pumped up. I'm glad you're ready. But when I'm behind the scenes like this and I get a chance to have one of those intimate conversations, one of my favorite questions always is, can you give me your backstory? Can you give me your narrative? Like, who is Kevin Goins? What journey have you been on? And what are you up to today, my man?
Oh, man, I'm so glad you asked me that question. Now, check this out, Shay. Even though I'm an affiliate speaker coach with Lisa Nichols from the world-renowned book, The Secret, and, man, I've been a pharmacist for like 20-plus years. Dude, it wasn't always this way where I'm just helping people in this way. I was that person that was kind of quiet because I was the loneliest kid in my neighborhood on my block, man. You know how they say it was the popular kids and then there was me? Yeah, that was me over there. So I was a quiet guy. And I found myself like, how did I get in this world all of a sudden? But my January 1st moment, I met a coach. I met somebody who snatched me on stage. And you know how it is when they bring you up there and your dreams are starting to come again. Because I always knew I wanted to be in this world of speaking. But I kind of put that down because of what they said. And all of a sudden, with the bright lights, she brought me on stage and she says, listen, showtime. And I had this moment in front of all these people. My dreams and hopes began to come again. So my January 1st moment, she picked me out of a crowd, Lisa Nichols, and said, get up here because I see something in you. I see greatness. I see brilliance. So that's been my January 1st moment, going from the guy who was like this to now I'm out here just talking, impacting the world, and having a great time doing it.
Oh, man, I appreciate you sharing that, man. We're going to get started in just a second. I'm getting things queued up, but I'm just curious, by the way. You shared that. What's your big why, man? Like, you could be doing a lot of things right now. Why have you decided to help people turn their message into a movement? Why is that so important to you? I know it's a loaded question, but heck, I'm just curious, my man.
Well, here's the deal. When I was a kid, I used to tell my mom, my mom was a school teacher, and she was like, I used to say, Mom, I'm a teacher, but not that kind of teacher. We used to always joke, and I said, Mom, I'm a teacher of humanity. I'm teaching the world. But again, I was that quiet guy, and I'm like, who's listening to me? Nobody was listening. So when I remember when I graduated, or I was about to graduate high school, Mom said, speaker or pharmacist? Well, I didn't see anybody doing this, and I wasn't exactly the popular kid, so I said, I'll take the white jacket and get the guaranteed salary, please. So I put a white jacket on top of purpose. But my big why was just because what happened over here, that did not negate the dream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So sometimes life smacks you around, and it can be a little hard and challenging, but it doesn't mean the dream died. So my big why is coming together, owning my brilliance. So I'm going, you know what? You're really good over here when you let it go. Also, owning the fact, dude, you don't have to be ashamed about what happened. Embrace that. Life happens. It is what it is. Putting them together and recognize it, that's my story. And that's what makes it juicy to tell.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm getting the cue, by the way. I want to say hello to Amber Smith, who's out there. Tina Holman, who's out there. Lady Constance, who's joining on. Gisetta Mills, who's in the house. What's up, Kathy Anderson? We love you. Diana's in the house. Tanya Kelly, I see you out there. Thanks for joining. Thanks for tuning in. I'm getting the cue. We got to get started. But if you're ready to turn your message into a movement, then you're at the right place, Stephen Bell. You're at the right place, Vivian Saunders. You're at the right place at the right time with the right guy. What's up, Regina Diane? We got to get going. We got to get going. Kevin, I got to go and get started, man. I know you were fired up, but we're going to get started. Go ahead and get us started in 5, 4. It's showtime. Season 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's kick this thing off, baby. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh, my God. I'm so excited to see it.
Promise I made to my mom. I only did this message for one person, and that's my mom. This is for you, Mom. Love you. My name is Shay Brown, the happy entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Shay Brown.
Mic check, mic check.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time And they stay there. And they stay there. And they stay there. Cause all I do is win.
Well, it's a great day. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur, and welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue-focused late-night show in the country where we're on a mission. And our mission is to inspire. Our mission is to empower. And our mission is to provide the resources necessary for the entrepreneur to actually execute the vision for the people they were called to serve. That's you, the people. And I believe you have three visions that you've been given. One vision you have is for yourself. How you want to live, the clothes you want to wear, the food you want to eat, the image that you have, and the things you want to do for yourself, your own personal trainer, your own chef. You got a vision for yourself. But then many of you need resources. That's money. That's revenue. You need resources for your loved ones. You have a vision for your loved ones. Some of you want to send your kids to a school of your choice and pay for it. Some of you want to write a check for a loved one's mortgage to pay it off. Some of you are writing a check for someone's health care insurance. Some of you want to write a check for the causes you believe in, and it takes resources, and that's why we're here. And then some of you have a vision for the people you were called to serve. It takes money to do the marketing. It takes money for the technology. It takes money to hire the coach. It takes money. That's resources. And so tonight, this morning, this afternoon, no matter where you are, Kevin Goins is here for one reason only, and that's to help you turn your message into a movement. So let me say hello to the one and the only Kevin. What's going on, my brother?
What's going on, Shay? First and foremost, I'm so grateful to be with you guys with the Happy Entrepreneur Show Tribe. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much.
Well, look, man, you are amazing. You are incredible. And today is your January 1st. We'll get to that a little later. Today is your January 1st. Hey, man, for those folks that are out there tuning in, I see Regina Diane is out there. Rakesha Pittman is out there. Nathaniel Johnson's out there. Cynthia Green is in the house. That's right. This is season 5, baby. We kicking off. Can you imagine that? Take a moment, if you would. Tell them in about 2 or 3 minutes, man, because I know you're a speaker. Tell them a little about who is Kevin Goins, and then tell them what they can expect on this particular episode today.
Sure. Dude, I was that guy, again, helping people speak. Love the fact of what we're doing, but I was always that guy who was just a little bit too quiet. And I looked at myself and said, you know what? I chose a career, pharmacist, which is cool. But I was sitting back going, I kept looking at people, Shay, going, why is the guy who's always the loudest always winning? And why is my dream just inside still not quite being heard? So I had to go ahead and step from behind it and say, Kevin, listen, doesn't matter what happened in the past, because I'm going to be honest, when I was younger, man, I was bullied. And I was made to feel like I was not exactly okay. Anybody out there like that? And so what happened was I realized that as long as I was living below purpose, it wasn't exactly fun. But it wasn't until I met somebody who saw me, brought me out on stage, made me really assess that dream, look at that thing, and go and say, man, you got to breathe life into that. And my heart started beating. And all of a sudden, that thing that I knew, even as a kid, began to come back. And I began to live out loud on purpose. And then as I started doing it, owning my own brilliance, being okay with being great, but also okay being a hot mess. I'm from Louisiana, so we are a hot mess sometimes. And recognizing that's my story. That's good to tell. That's when I began to do it for the world. And then I began finding other people that began to struggle just a little bit with how do I go online? How, if as an entrepreneur, I try to unlock that human part. How do you own the brilliance? So how do I do that thing so I can take my message and make it into a movement? So that's why I'm so excited doing that, Shay, because I first found it for me. Now I help other people do it the same as well.
Ah, man, I love that, man. That is so important. That is very, very important. You know, one of the beliefs that we have here, Kevin, is we have this belief that today is my January 1st. Like today is my January 1st. For all our new folks that are just tuning in for the very first time, I see Letitia Nicole. Thanks for joining, by the way. Leah, I see you out there. Today is my January 1st. It's one of our core values, Kevin. And that's a moment where you make a decision. And you have January 1st moments throughout the day, right? And you make a decision that can change the trajectory of your life. You make a decision that forever shifts where you are and you start a new beginning. So for some folks, Kevin, they either decide to go to the gym or they go sit on the couch. That's a January 1 moment. They either eat the hamburger and French fries or wings fried wings, or they eat fruits and vegetables. They make that decision. They spend time with their loved ones or they don't. Can you take a moment and tell us a little bit about how you found yourself at your January 1 moment? Because today is your January 1, and that's the moment you decided, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I'm drawing a line in the sand, and I'm going to plant my flag, and I'm going to do this doggone thing, if I can say it like that. So take a moment. What was your January 1st moment? For those folks that are watching, that are out there tuning in, that are out there, do me a favor. Hit the share button. No, hit the share button. Now, if you're watching on Apple TV, don't worry, grab the link. If you're on Amazon Fire, grab the link. Roku, YouTube, all my podcasters. But if you're watching live and you can see this video right now, hit the share button. And when you hit the share button, write these words: today is my January 1st. Hashtag it's my time. Look right below the video, in fact, and write those words. Today is my January 1st. Hashtag it's my time, baby. It's my time to live my life. It's my time to do my finances. Kevin, I'm going to turn over to you, man. What was your January 1st moment? Because today is your January 1st.
Man, for my January 1st, just for the Happy Entrepreneur Show tribe, I got to tell you guys, get this. It was May 18th, 2018. So I found myself at this conference called Speaking Right to Make Millions. Like, what is that? I'm always going to these conferences, and it was in California, San Diego to be exact. And I'll never forget, because I was in this room where everybody was a speaker, and this person had books, and their books had books, and this person spoke all over the place, and I'm going, yeah, what are you doing here? Anybody ever found themselves in a place like that? So as I was sitting there, and I'm looking, and all these people are suited and booted, and they're looking all good, smelling good, and they're all speakers and authors. It was a Lisa Nichols event, and she had a hot seat. And the whole time, my dream that I kind of kept under my white jacket called pharmacist was like, it was just jumping up and down. So the woman saw me. Everybody sat down, and my January 1st moment was she saw me standing longer than anybody else, and I was lingering. And she says, "You get up here." So when she pulled me, I'd already kind of looked at her stuff a little bit and studied some, and she told me, "I want you to speak." And as I began to speak, with all the bright lights coming, sweat glaring down my face, microphone booming, people on live stream looking, I started doing it. And even though I kind of circled the one way and kind of got a little clunky, wasn't quite right, she kept saying, "I see evidence in you. I see evidence that you studied." And as I began to look at what she was doing, began to see myself on that stage, remembering the dream, my January 1st moment, Shay, I knew in that moment, it's time. I didn't have it together right. I wasn't quite sure. But in my heart of hearts, my January 1st moment told me on that day, May 18th, 2018, with Lisa Nichols in the Speaking Right community, where all these authors and speakers, and I'm going, yeah, I don't have anything, but I've got me, and I've got the techniques. I'm going to study them, master them, and then give them back as beautiful as I can. And that was the moment, and that's when I just never stopped running ever since.
Wow. Today is my January 1st. Say hello to Monica Rivers. She's out there, by the way. Charlotte Rose is out there. She says hello. Ramona Chevalier, I don't know if you know that person. They said, "Hey, Kevin, my mentor is so proud of you."
Man. That's the only British tribe. They came strong. Ramona.
They out there, boy. Carla Bibbs is out there, says, "What's up, Terrence Carter?" For those folks that are listening right now, Kevin and myself, they're wondering, okay, you had this January 1st moment. And the first question has to be, what did Kevin decide to do? What are 3 things that Kevin decided to do to not only make the decision, but then what did he do to start taking action towards the next step? So give us 3 things you did, man, to get started on this journey.
As a speaker coach, and one of the people has got my own tribe, and I work with people, the first thing I did, I tell my people all the time, study to show yourself approved. I studied over and over and over, and then I would act. I study and implement, study and implement. So that was number 1. Always study. And then number 2, I'm going to be honest, I invested in myself. 4 days later, she had this training. I called my mentor. I call him Rich Dad. He's on here, John Checky. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's one of those books. I don't know if you guys know that book. Mm-hmm. But I was like, "Hey, man, can I go to this conference? She's got my baby leaping. My dream is hopping, and I really want to go." And he was like, "You know what, Kevin? You don't ask for anything, but I hear something in your voice. Go ahead and go. Now, you're going to pay for it, but you go ahead and go." I said, "Okay, I'm going." And so I invested in myself heavily. And not only that, I took the investment, studied hard, and made a return. And then number 3, I really learned, Shay, out of the biggest thing I learned out of anything, and this is what I always encourage people, I had to master my message. I had to go from a mess and look at that mess what I thought was a mess, and turn it into a message. And then from that message, that's how I began to slowly turn it into my own little movement. That was very important for me, mastering that message.
Wow, master that message. That is so important for those folks that are out there. And I see Sue Carter Collins is out there. Letitia Nicole is out there. Carla Prayer says thankful for Kevin Goins doing what he is doing, sharing his message this evening. You know, Kevin, it's easy for folks sometimes to make a decision. Mm-hmm. And one of my favorite sayings is the best intentions do not equal the best results. In fact, someone write that right below the video right now. Like the best intentions do not equal the best results. Look right below the video and write that down. And I'd like for Kevin to talk about, maybe share, Kevin. I know you weren't prepared to do this, man, and we're just having some fun. And I appreciate you giving me liberty to do this. But I want to talk about maybe 3 things that someone who's making a decision right now, today is their January 1st moment. They're going to take their message, they're going to create a movement, and they're going to go out there and make a difference in the world, or they're going to become an entrepreneur, or they're going to go to the gym. Here's my question, Kevin. What are 1, 2, maybe 3 things, these are bonuses, well, whatever you want to give, that someone can do to be consistent so they can turn their intentions into results? 3 things, Kevin. Do you mind sharing that? Do you mind sharing that real quick? I know I'm putting you on the spot, my man, but can you do that?
Absolutely.
Thanks.
So get this. I just want you to see, because I'm still with Lisa here. So I'm with her on day 4. Mm-hmm. And as I was leaving her, I said, Lisa, I need to know, how do I get to be even closer to you? What can I do to be even just have some of the similar results? And she looked in my eyes and said, I'm going to tell you something. One of the things I do is I make a schedule. And when 11 o'clock comes, if I have prospecting, I'm prospecting. Whatever happens at 1 o'clock, if it's on the calendar, it's happening. And that right there will produce results consistently, because if you schedule it and when the time comes, you must act. That's first and foremost. Number 2, just to be consistent, we call it repetitious consistency. Even when you don't feel like it, you got to do it. If it's time to do it, let them hear you. Be with them. Just constantly be repetitiously consistent. So that's one of those intentional things that we have to get past the feelings. I always tell everybody, you got human, you got being. Your being needs to tell your human, it's time to get our ass in gear and let's go that direction. We got to make this thing work. No matter how you feel, it's time to do it. I love that. And then number 3, to really just make that thing consistent and really make it work. What do you believe? I always go back to my why. Even when I wasn't quite sure, my why would get me out of the bed saying, there's a call in my life. Now, I don't like this call sometimes. I don't like this call, man. Listen, I was a guy here that's a little introverted, a little not quite sure. Why are you calling me? Why are you doing this to me? That's what I always say. We just had just not me and my source, so to speak. But what I kept hearing was, because I made you that way. And I did this over here to humble you so that when I call, you will run and you will go. So that right there, that why is what keeps me doing what I need to do. And I tell my people all the time online, I'd rather just be sitting here and drinking my cup right quick and just leaving y'all alone. But because I hear the call, I must obey what's there. Otherwise, I can't sleep. So go to your why. The why is everything.
Wow, the why is everything, Kevin. I love what you're doing. Look, for those folks that are out there right now, Kevin, is it okay? I know you're a speaker. I know you're a coach. You work with folks. Can we allow them to share what they do, like right below the video? Would that be okay with you, man? I mean, I know they didn't pay for advertising, but if you're out there right now, you're an entrepreneur, you're a speaker, you're an author, you're a coach, and we don't care about the letters you have behind your name right now. No. And we don't care about all your fancy clients that you have. But what I'd like for you to do, if you are in this because you want to make a difference in the world, you want to have more meaning in the world, the money will come. You want to have more impact in the world, the income will come. And you're ready to make $1 and a difference at the same time. Someone say, ching, ching, ha ha, make $1 and a difference. Ching, ching. Do me a favor, look right below that video right now. And I want you to write these words right now. I help people, ... Jot that down. I help people, ... Or I help businesses, ... And you can put your website down. You can put your Matter of fact, you can put your Instagram handle. Just put Instagram.com/Instagram handle. How's that, Kevin? You can put your Instagram handle, and folks will connect with you, and we're going to collaborate. We're part of the Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe. We're going to love on each other. We're going to support each other. Kevin, what's one reason why someone should right now, you're going to talk about a movement to a message. You're going to talk about that. But why should someone take a moment to put down, I help people, ... Now, I'm going to read it now, or I help businesses, ... And then put your Instagram handle so someone can connect with you. And we go to commercial. Kevin's going to put his Instagram handle down. Kevin will go back in and read the notes. Don't worry. Everyone needs to connect with Kevin, but I want him to know what you do and how you serve in the world. So, Kevin, why should they do that? Why should they take time to do that right now?
Because it's funny, because if you're really going to be an entrepreneur and we're going to make the money we need to make and just provide for our families, provide for our futures, you got to tell people what you do. So I love what you're doing with your Happy Entrepreneur Tribe. Where you're
and Kevin, I don't mean to interrupt you, Kevin, but I see they're putting I help people ... You got to write what you help people do. So you would put I help people make money in their business. I help people eat the right food. I help people write their book. I help businesses market on Facebook. So I see people, they're doing a good job, like Sue's doing a good job, Bridget Washington's doing a good job, but you can put what you do so people can connect with you. I said I help people ... Kevin. They're writing I help people ... But we want you to put what you do. So Kevin would say I help people turn their movement into a message. So now people know how he helps. So Kevin, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I want to make sure that folks can connect with them. So go ahead and finish telling them. I'm sorry, Kevin, I won't interrupt you again, why they should go ahead and put that right below.
Oh, sure. Just so people can see, because what you're saying there, as a result of my speaking business and my online presence, individuals master their message with a step-by-step approach. They increase their speaking by 2 to 5 levels, and they naturally connect on camera. I'm looking for individuals who are looking to expand their reach online as an influencer, turn their message into a movement, and teach classes online to raving fans. Who do you know? That's what we call a snap.
I love that. That's what we call a snap. I love that. I love that. Kevin, I'm never going to go to commercial. You're going to talk about, when we come back, how to turn a movement into a message. You'll give them some steps. Do you mind if I read a couple of the folks? I know you're focused right now, but I want to read a couple of folks who've written this down. And I'm going to encourage you all to connect with Kevin. We're going to tell you how in a minute. Priscilla Jones says, I help people as a conversational English coach improve their English fluency. No uhs and ums. Can't split no verbs today. I love it. Venus says, I help people understand their medical bills. And she put her IG down. Now, okay, we understand that. D, Hair for You put, I help people change their lives by changing their health. She put her Instagram. Amber Smith said, I help women build their confidence, divorce their fears, and live an unapologetically dope manner. Ooh, all right. Holla. I'm going to ask Kevin to talk about these type of clients that he works with, by the way. This is very, very important. This is good, by the way. I love it. Carla Prayer says, I help people embrace their journey in spite of their challenges. Oh, that's really good. Ebony Banks is watching. What's up, Ebony? Tisha Johnson says, I help. Nope. She put all social media handles. Tanisha, you got to put what you do. Anyway, they tell me I got to go to a commercial. We're going. Sue Carter says, I help people stop feeling like imposters. Woo, Kevin, that's pretty good. Embrace their greatness. Holla at your boy. And live up their highest potential. I like that. Hey, I see your IG. We got to have you on the show. I like that. Stop feeling like imposters. Oh, Kevin, that's pretty good. Isn't that pretty good?
Well, she's dynamic. She's one of mine as well, too. That
really? No, get out of here. No, that was good.
Fire.
No, that was good. No, I'm reading. Okay. Rakisha Pittman. Oh, this is good. I help people become entrepreneur, author, speaker, trainers by implementing the EAST formula to create their cynical success. Let me see. Hold up. To help them create success. Perfect. Okay, I got to go. What's up, June Klein? She's out there watching. You bring out the all-stars this evening. Look, we got to go. We got to go to a commercial. When we come back, Kevin, you made a promise to the folks, right? You said you're going to help them break down and understand how to turn a movement into a message. And you're going to give them a step-by-step approach. Was that the promise of today's conversation?
Yeah, we're going to take that message and turn it into their movement. Absolutely. That's it.
Okay, we come back. We're going to go to that. We're going to go over to Rob Howell right now. Rob Howell says, be present where you are because today is your January 1st? Someone write down below, today is my January 1st. It's showtime.
Hey guys,
All right.
me and Daddy are here.
All right, I'm doing a video.
I got a question.
No, it's not a question. This is a video where I'm telling people something. I'm telling them that today is their January 1st. Today is your January 1st Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe, because today is the only day you got. Because tomorrow's not promised and yesterday is gone. So the reason why today being your January 1st is significant because it keeps you from procrastination. Procrastination is the destroyer of dreams. Yeah, it's the destroyer. It's the killer of dreams. So take action. Be present where you're present. That's the real gift. Be present where you are present. That is the real gift. Today is your January 1st. Say today.
Today.
Say today is your January 1st.
Today is January 1st.
Say it loud.
Today is January 1st.
That's it. Don't forget it.
Indeed it is. It's a great day. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur, and welcome back to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue focused late night show in the country where we're on a mission, and our mission is to empower. Our mission is to inspire, and our mission is to provide the resources necessary for you, the entrepreneur, you, the person with the big heart, you, the person with the vision, you, the person with the dream, for you to execute that. And it takes resources. It takes money. It takes tools. And so you got to have the money to be able to do that. And Kevin Goins has agreed this morning, this evening, this afternoon, tonight, whatever time it is for you, to help you do that. So Kevin, can you go ahead and frame the conversation around this whole turning your message into a movement, and why that's important? First, what is a message, and you know what that is, because some folks may be speakers, some folks may have a message for themselves as an entrepreneur, some folks may have a message as a parent that's helping encourage and inspire other folks. So talk a little about what a message is, and then we'll get to part 2 about a movement. And I know you've got a couple steps you're going to share.
Mm-hmm. So number one, to really do this, what you just said is so key. What is your message? Here's the deal. The entrepreneur, we sell, we provide value, but let's keep it real. Sometimes some of us are nervous. Sometimes some of us bring some of those things from the past right here into our business. So the whole thing is, when you look at your message, you got to be able to look at, who are you? Where did all that come from? If there's fears, if there's something happened here that you have to really deal with and own that thing. When you learn how to embrace who you are and recognize that, hey, whatever happened to me over here, I own that. And I can bring that into my world. And also, as a result, begin to stand on that thing. Somebody out there needs what you've gone through. That's first and foremost. So usually your message comes from, I always call it your mess, or whatever thing you were in, that environment. Whether you were like me, sometimes people are not quite seen when they were younger. Or maybe sometimes, maybe you were just there and nothing ever happened. Or you heard things, you'll never be enough. Or sometimes you just, whatever happened as you were growing, that becomes part of who you are. So how do you take that and begin to create that into the message? So that thing that's in your heart and that dream, that's the true message there, with the humanity and your brilliance all rolled up in one. And we have to accept it. That's number one. What is your message? Are you relatable with that?
So number one, everyone write down, number one is know your message. Put down, know your message. Kevin, what if they say, I've got multiple messages? I mean, I'm not trying to be, disruptive.
Oh, trust me, they do
but
it all
if they're
the
sitting
time,
there
Jay.
saying, Kevin, I've got about 7 different messages. I help them with confidence. I help inspire over here. I teach. I know this might not be part of what you're going to talk about, but how do they narrow it down? This is the one. Like, how do you even know that stuff? Seriously.
I love this. I do workshops on this. We call it the Brilliance Signature Story Workshop. And what we do is look at this. We got this tree with the roots. And I'll give myself an example. So at 9 years old, I was bullied. I was not popular. I was isolated. Had this crazy intellect. So that made me, what people that look like me with that kind of mindset, we weren't exactly accepted. No. So at 9, because I was made to feel not necessarily part of the crew, not always accepted, and sure not loved, as a result, watch this, Shay. Now I make a decision to take a job that does not serve the highest purpose of speaker. I put the white coat on top of purpose because it was easy. I was smart. I can make a decision like that. Now all of a sudden you find yourself, or we find ourselves maybe in relationships, and you turn around and look at the other person, don't look ahead, don't look over there. But so we get in relationships based on what happened over here. And then all of a sudden you find yourself sometimes not speaking up for yourself in situations. So look, the primary for me was I was bullied, but then look at how it offshoots into relationships, spirituality, it shoots into your finances. So now maybe you, like I did, I used to overcompensate with things and trying to have the shiny object so I could feel validated because of what happened over here. See how you can, if you can trace back to what happened and what was your mess, now you begin to see what the overarching message is, and all those things where you say, yeah, but I got this and I got that, I got this. I say most of it comes from one particular part of whoever you were. Even if it was nothing, again, you could be the person and nothing bad happened, but you were just there. But mom and dad, maybe they were busy doing the best they could with what they had, but how did it leave you constantly being ignored? Do you make decisions because of that? And now you find yourself living below purpose and not truly standing up being the full entrepreneur you know you should be. I'm just saying.
Well, I love it. I love it. And I love how you broke that thing down so we could understand. Thanks a lot, man. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'll try not to interrupt you, but I know
that was good.
On the mind of folks out there watching right now. Like, how do I know it? Look, for those folks out there, Kevin's doing this. I will let you know up front that Kevin, before we started, he didn't ask for a Cash App payment. Kevin didn't ask for a Zelle payment. He didn't ask for a PayPal, didn't ask for a credit card. He said, Shay, I'm showing up for one reason only, to serve. And what I like to do out there for everyone that's watching, and he's giving from his heart, he's going to give you some more steps. Do me a favor. Let's go ahead and give him a Happy Entrepreneur Tribe digital applause, a digital applause. Now, how do we give Kevin a digital applause? He ain't even got going yet, but he's given so much already, but he's got so much more to give. Here's how you do it. You look below the video. You look right below the video. And I get it if you're on iTunes, listen to the podcast, or if you're on Stitcher or iHeartRadio or one of our podcast platforms, you might not be able to do that right now, but you can go over to happyentrepreneurstribe.com later and do that. Or if you're watching on Apple TV or Amazon Fire or Roku or YouTube, you can't. But if you're watching now and you're live, look right below the video and put, thank you, Kevin. Or even if you listen to the replay, right, we appreciate you, Kevin. Or just put, Kevin, you're awesome. Or just put, Kevin, thank you for giving your time. Someone do me a favor. Let's just go ahead and acknowledge Kevin for the champion that he is, for the winner that he is, and for the person that's showing up right now to give the best he has. Now, I'm going to step back, but I want you to acknowledge him. And they're writing right now, you serve is so priceless. They're saying, this is good. Cheryl Graham says, do not live below your purpose, by the way. Bridget Washington says, all right, Kevin. They're out there cheering. Vanessa says, my God, teach us. Michael Sharp is in the house, by the way. Arthur says, you're doing a wonderful job. Margaret Hughes says, thank you, Kevin, for all that you're doing. Priscilla Jones is out there saying, thank you, Kevin, right now. I know you're focused, Kevin. I'm going to get you back on track. But tomorrow, Marie Perry is giving you a clap. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Amber is saying, you're serving so priceless right now. Cheryl Graham says, thank you, Kevin. Kevin, I'm going to let you go and give some more golden nuggets. Sophia says, thank you, Kevin. They're out there, thank you. Don't worry, Kevin will go back in the feed later. He'll go to the Happy Entrepreneur Show. He'll see the notes. He'll acknowledge you. But Kevin, take it away, man. I'm sorry to interrupt. Do me a favor. Hit the share button right now. No, hit the share button. And when you hit that share button right now, say, Kevin is throwing down. Just put, Kevin Goins is throwing down right now. Because I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to turn over to him. No. You look below that video. You hit that share button. Now, some of you already hit the share button. But some of you are overachievers. You're going to hit it a second time. And Kevin, can they share it into a private group if they're a member of a group? Can they do that?
Absolutely.
They can do it. Okay. So he's giving you permission to share it in your group. You can take the link and share it into LinkedIn. Copy the link right there above in Facebook. You can take that link. Normally he charges for this, but he's saying for you and for the Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe, this is his big give back. Kevin, take it away, man. Go ahead and teach them how to turn their message into a movement. I'm going to let you take it away for a few minutes.
Well, first of all, you're already doing it. So for people who are watching Shay right now, that's one of the things about that message, because he's being relatable. He's making sure we're connecting together. So I love that. Number two, what is the movement mindset? You got to understand and know, guys, this is a marathon. And one of the things I love the most, because this is what happened to me. They told me when I first started, they said, well, you can't speak on stages and get paid money. I said, yeah, I can, because when you know your message and you know how to transition into the audience, even before you got the book published, oh, you can get paid. Don't believe that you can't do that. So there's a movement mindset when you first know your message. Because here's what I had to know for myself. And when I own this thing, see, my computer agrees. When you own this thing, here's the deal. I can be brilliant again and a hot mess, and it's all me. And then when I'm out in front of people, why be plastic? No. I got to be real. So the movement mindset is recognizing and knowing I'm enough as I am. Okay, it happened or it didn't happen, whatever that is. And well, what are we going to do about that? So the movement mindset is also knowing that what we have to do is be consistent, be willing to show up, be willing to call out to the world what we do. And when nobody's there, the movement mindset says, and I'm still here. So it's more of it's the calling and the why, recognizing with wisdom that when you start, you first have to like you, okay? You first have to get that message together from that mess and say, this sounds right. And so we help you craft that thing, especially if you can do it in 3 minutes or so, where you can really understand impactfully all your stuff. And that's what the movement, the mindset is all about. Knowing with wisdom, okay, I like me now. And other people out there, if I keep standing out there, keep calling out, they'll find me. That's number 2.
Keep calling out. What's number 2? Say that one more time.
It's just having the movement mindset.
Okay. So number 2, having the movement mindset. Those folks that are taking notes right now, look right below the video, and put number 2. What is it again, Kevin?
Having the movement mindset.
The movement mindset. Nothing is more important than the movement mindset. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to go with one and only Kevin. He's going to go in to give you a 3rd, a 4th, and a 5th golden nugget. You don't want to miss it. The best is still yet to come, Kevin. Is that right?
The best is yet to come.
The best is still yet to come. I want to take a moment. I have to, Kevin, just acknowledge one of our sponsors. One of our sponsors is Elin Personal Fitness and Coaching. And I'll share a video later. They're doing training. So I had a coach for a number of years as a personal trainer for the last 3 years. I've now upped my game, and I've got another personal trainer who is a fitness champion. He's just amazing. So I want to encourage you all to go over to Elin.com and go ahead and check out his personal fitness. He's here in Washington, D.C. area, by the way. So I want to acknowledge you, Elin. You're a rock star, man. Thank you for all that you're doing. And thank you for supporting it, man, making it possible for folks to know about the show, be able to be on the show, and us to be able to broadcast all across the world. We appreciate you. With that being said, we're going to go over to Dr. Kenneth Thigpen. She's down in Raleigh, North Carolina, and she says, accomplish everything with action. You got to have the mindset. Kevin talked about that. But then you got to take some action. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue focused late night show in the country. We'll be back.
Hello, it's your girl, Dr. Kenneth Thigpen, also known as Dr. K, founder of Rise Women's Network. And Rise Women's Network is pleased to present to you #Next Sister Up. I'm with you in the Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe, and today is my January 1st. Here's your thought of the week. Every accomplishment comes with action. Every accomplishment comes with action. You see, action in the right direction leads to massive success. Now, there's 3 things when it comes to taking action and reaching your goals. The first one is you must first identify what it is that you want to even accomplish. Now, I get it. It's the beginning of 2020, and many of us have written down our goals, our vision, and our plan for 2020. Awesome. Number 2 is we need to identify all of the actionable steps that we need to take in order to accomplish those goals. And lastly, we want to prepare for the best possible outcome. Now, how are you going to prepare for the best possible outcome? First, you're going to identify all of the resources you're going to need to accomplish your goal. Second, you're going to ask yourself, do I have access to all of these resources? Thirdly, you need to identify all of the potential obstacles that you could possibly face. And 4, now you're going to take some more actionable steps in order to prevent those obstacles from happening. Here's the thing I know. If you do nothing, you're going to get nothing. So I challenge you, take action, and take more action. It's your girl, Dr. K. Make it a great day.
Well, it's a great day. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur, and welcome back to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue focused late night show in the country, and we have a mission. That is to empower, that is to inspire, and that is to provide you, the entrepreneur, you, the mom, you, the dad, you, the husband, you, the wife, you, the brother, the uncle, or you, just a kind human being who gets up every day and pay your taxes if you're here in the United States of America. Our goal is to provide you with the resources necessary to execute the vision that you have for the people you were called to serve. And Kevin's breaking down how to turn your message into a movement. Kevin, give him a recap quickly of number 1, number 2, and then go ahead and give him point number 3.
Sure. Point number 1 is, what is your message? In order to have a movement, you got to have a message that people can resonate around. Then number 2, what is the mindset movement? Knowing that it's a marathon, this is going to take a minute. So we're out here for the long haul. And as entrepreneurs, we know that. But here's point number 3. If you can really look at your message, just your life and just all that you are, and then create a theme around it. Number 3 is create a theme, then implement with explosive momentum. Let me repeat that. Number 3, create a theme and then implement with explosive momentum. Here's what that means. I'll give you an example for us. My group is called owningyourbrilliance.com. You'll find us out there. Well, Owning Your Brilliance on Facebook. But our theme is Jump the Planet with Me. So we're jumping the planet with like-minded people all over the world who recognize and know they want to have a life online, be an influencer. Sorry, I think I'm a little thirsty here. So sorry. Let me get my little water, because y'all
You're doing just fine, my man. There's nothing wrong with getting a little bit of water. You're giving it everything you got. Everybody say, Kevin, it's okay. Drink the water, brother. Drink the water.
I don't know what happened, man. Yeah, but so as we're jumping the planet, we call them planet jumpers. So get this, Shay. When they get in Owning Your Brilliance, that's our free group, and we do a lot of free teaching in there. Everybody who jumps in, there's a silhouette of people jumping the planet inside. So men have their silhouettes, women have theirs, and they're all jumping in. And then inside, then we begin working on workshops on creating a message and working on how to pivot so that when they do that, they know how to do the offer online. And we also have a speaker's gymnasium right there. So everybody has something to do as they're jumping the planet into the Owning Your Brilliance group, where we now begin to work it out so that we can work our message and take that message into a movement. So you got to have number 3, a theme. Then you can implement with explosive momentum so people want to rally around the message.
Woo, rally around their message. I'm loving it. Okay, go ahead and give us number 4. Give us point number 4 as we're moving on. And for those folks that are out there, you're like, wow, Shay, this is good. I'm ready. Kevin's going to tell you in a little while how you can connect directly with Kevin. Kevin, tell them how they can connect with you, but give them point number 4 first.
Sure. Repetitious consistency. That means call out to the world. Write that down, people. Repetitious consistency. That's very important. So you start talking today about your message and your theme. You start talking tomorrow, and when nobody shows up, you talk again, and you do it again. We do not do it one time and say nobody came, I'm done. It didn't work. No. It's the consistency of showing up where somebody says, oh, wait a minute. I see myself in your message, Shay. Hold on. I think I can kind of nestle in there and find some safety in the Happy Entrepreneur Show tribe. I love what you're doing, Shay. You make me feel good. So if you keep going out there, people begin to rally behind Shay, and they get inside the entrepreneur group, and now they're getting these nuggets from all these people all over the world. They're saying, Shay, thank you so much. And it becomes so much easier. So now with the repetitious consistency, your tribe begins to get fed. They begin to know how to go from crawling to walking, from walking to running, and from running to soaring. And I love it. So that repetitious consistency, calling out first when nobody's there. Wisdom says nobody probably will be, except your mom or your friend. But eventually, if you keep doing it and you keep doing and tweaking the message, but still calling out, they will come.
Wow. I love it. They will come. And I like the part you said of keep on going. And what do you say to the person who says, but Kevin, the camera's not my thing. Okay. And I got to get all made up. I got to get dressed. I've got a busy life. I mean, this is real now. This is like real talk. Like there's some folks, Kevin, they have a family. They've got a life. And they're like, okay, Kevin, it looks like it's easy for you to be able to go do that, man. But, I got to get dressed. I got to have the right outfit on. I got to put the makeup, the hair. And it's so much, Kevin, that I can't be consistently doing this. It's just going to be hard for my schedule. I'm just curious what you say, man. I'm just curious what you tell folks.
Well, if you really want to know what I say, I tell my people, naughty, don't be plastic. Be real. My people know that. I tell them I have a naughty cup and the other side says nice. So I said, stop being plastic. We don't want that. When you turn the camera off, you go, whoo, shoot. I'm so glad it's off. That's what we want to see right there. That's what I want. I want the whoo, not the hi, praise the Lord, hallelujah. I don't want all that. Give me something real. Lean in, smile. Now it may take a while to get there because we've spent you spend a whole lifetime doing what they say. They say there's the American dream to have your big car and you're married and your car, you got two cars and you got Toto in the backyard with the white fist. They say you have to have a job that makes this amount of money and you got to go to this school. So here's the deal, Shay. We're having to unlearn all of this stuff so that we can finally go, oh, wait. You mean I'm in here? What? I'm inside? Yeah, you're inside of all the dreams that they said you had to be. So you can finally listen and say, what do I say? Who am I? And that's what I love doing more than anything, just unlocking the brilliance within so people can see themselves and then begin to be.
That is so powerful.
Look, I got my own mic drop on that one, but I got to drop the mic.
He said, Kevin, he's going to drop the mic on his own thing.
Yeah, I love that. I take notes sometimes when they come out of my mouth. I got to take my own notes. I love it.
I love it. We come back. We're talking to the one and only Kevin Goins. Kevin Goins is breaking down how to turn your message into a movement, why that is so important, and why that needs to be done. I know some of you are saying you're very busy. We're going to take a break. We're going to go over to Kim Warren Martin. Kim Warren Martin is down in Arkansas, by the way, and she says, you know what? You got to make space for what you want. No. Kevin's telling you what to do, but sometimes you got to make space for what you want. We come back. I'm going to ask Kevin to give his golden secret. Look, the best is still yet to come. For those folks that hit the share button, thank you. For those folks that have hit the share button twice, thank you. For those folks that put comments right below and said, Kevin, great job, thank you. For all of you, you don't have to do that. So we appreciate every single one of you. We'll be back in just a moment with the one and only, the man that says, own your brilliance, Kevin Goins. Coming to us all the way from, are you in Houston or are you in Dallas, Texas?
I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, yes.
Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. We'll be back in just a moment. Dr. Kim Warren Martin, take it away.
Hey there, happy entrepreneurs. This is Dr. Kim Warren Martin, founder of Successful and Fulfilled. Excited to bring you my thought of the week here on the Happy Entrepreneur Show. This week's thought is make space for what you want. And notice I said make, not get. Because we all live very busy lives, and unless we're intentional about positioning ourselves for success and fulfillment, it won't just happen. And just because something was right for you in the past doesn't mean it's right for you today. So how do you let go? Well, a great first step is to begin to track how you're spending your time to help you know exactly what you might need to let go of. So here are 3 simple things you can do to get started. Step 1 is to make a commitment that you're actually going to track your time, because it's going to take some energy and, yes, time from you. Step 2 is to get a journal and track the following 3 things hour by hour for 5 days, and make sure that 2 of those days are weekend days. So hour by hour, track the activities you're engaged in, capture the feelings of each present moment as you're engaged in those activities, and then write down any comments, thoughts, or suggestions in the present moment that could make it better for you. Do that for 5 days. And step 3 is on day 6. And there you want to review what you wrote, looking for common feelings, thoughts, and emotions. So then you can group those activities by feelings, emotions, and thoughts. And based on the energy they're giving you or pulling from you, then you can begin to develop a plan to remove things from your plate. Ann Landers said, some people believe holding on and hanging in there are signs of great strength. However, there are times when it takes more strength to know when to let go and then do it. This is Dr. Kim Warren Martin, founder of Successful and Fulfilled, encouraging you to make space for what you want. Until next time, make it a great day. Back over to you, Shay.
Well, it's a great day. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur, and welcome back to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue-focused late-night show in the country, where we're on a mission to inspire, to empower, and to provide resources to entrepreneurs so they can really execute the vision that they have for the people they were called to serve. And we believe that the results that show up in your life are just as important as the results that show up in your bank account. Someone say ching ching. Now, Kevin, is they're watching you right now and they're listening to you. They're thinking, this guy just got it all right. I mean, I know you're going to give us another point. I get that. Let me take a moment and do something that we call the Champions Creed, Kevin, because I think
Okay.
it's going to answer questions for folks out there that think that you don't have any problems. And the Champions Creed, for those folks that watch the show regularly, I know this is one of my favorite segments. Of course, they're all my favorite segments, but this is really one of them. And it's and for the new folks that are watching, welcome, or listening on to the podcast or online, this is a segment where we recognize another entrepreneur. It's called the Champions Creed, where we pat someone else on the back and we let them know they're doing a good job. There was a poem that was given to me by my mentor 15 years ago. And the poem, I think Kevin can see it, the poem is called Champions Creed. And my mentor told me to read this to myself every day. And I've been doing it for 15 years. And during those 15 years, this has helped me in good times and bad times. I'm going to read that in just a moment. And as I read that, I want you, the entrepreneur, you, the speaker, you, the author, you, the coach, you, the network marketer or expert, I want you to recognize someone else. They will say, how in the LL Cool J do I do that? Well, this is how you do that. You look below the video and you write these words. You put, you are a champion, hashtag never give up. See, you're not saying I'm a champion. You're saying you are a champion and you are a champion because they're in the fight. They're in the game. They're an entrepreneur. They're out here doing the right thing. So I want you to look below the video. You don't have to do this, but if you do it and you see someone write the words, you are a champion, hashtag never give up, you hit the like button. And that's what the person's doing really, really well right now. But you know, the better you do, the more pressure there is. I mean, someone thinks when you're successful, it's easy. No, it's double pressure because you don't want to go back. But it's also for the person that's struggling right now. Let me read the Champions Creed. And as I do that, you go and write the words right below the video. You are a champion. Hashtag never give up. Here it is. The Happy Entrepreneur's Champions Creed. I am not judged by the number of times I fail, but by the number of times I succeed. And the number of times I succeed is in direct proportion to the number of times I can fail and keep trying. And keep trying. And I keep trying. So for Cynthia, who put you are a champion, hashtag never give up, someone go like that for us. Someone give her a hands up. Cheryl, do the same thing. Vivian, put it down as well. Go give them a hands up right now. Let them know. Give them a heart. Give them a like. Give them a thumbs up. Now I'm going to ask Kevin. Kevin, can you see those words? And if you can, yes. I'm going to ask you if you would do me a favor. I know I'm asking Kevin to do a lot of things, but Kevin's a good guy. Kevin, is it right you are a champion? Hashtag never give up. Do you mind reading those words and then maybe sharing a time, if it applies to you, that there was a struggle for you, that there was a setback for you? Because you're over here smiling saying, oh, everything's great, everything's wonderful, look at me, look. But maybe there was a time when things didn't go right and you had a setback in your life and there was a challenge somewhere. What did you do to overcome that challenge so that you had to use those same skills to be a champion? Do you mind being authentic? Do you mind sharing that? Do you mind doing that for the audience?
Heck yeah, I tell you. Just the other day.
Well, not yet. You first got to read the Champions Creed, my man. You got to read the He like, I'll do it. See, I figured he would. He's so cool.
I'm ready.
He's so cool. Okay, let me everybody put up the Champions Creed. Y'all put that up for him and see. Make sure you can see that. Okay, here we go. All right, Kevin, go ahead and read Champions Creed.
All right, Champions Creed. I am not judged by the number of times that I fail, but by the number of times I succeed. And the number of times I succeed is in direct proportion to the number of times I can fail and keep trying.
And keep trying, and keep trying, and keep trying. I realize you're from Louisiana, but we part of the Puff Daddy generation, right? We do the remix version. And keep trying, and keep trying, and keep trying. Go ahead and take a moment, man, and talk about a setback that you had, and what did you do to have a comeback? And I want you all to listen, because the Kevin you see right now, he's just like you. He has some challenges. Talk about that, Kevin.
But what they don't know is this, as a speaker, there's a traditional route. But what I'm doing now is creating this, I call it a laptop lifestyle, teaching humanity on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. And get this. So I had a workshop. My goal was 30. 25 came. That was good. I was excited. But I had the audacity to say, I'm out here looking for my 5. Who are you to do that? So let me tell you, the whole time I was doing that, I came back saying, I know I had a goal of 30. There was only 25 showed up. I'm looking for you. Who are you? Now, Shay, I got to tell you, when I did that, I was kind of nervous because that thought was going, who the heck do you think you are going out to telling people what you want? And so I'm thinking, yeah, but I'm the entrepreneur guy and I'm also a teacher. And the more I kept doing it, it felt kind of weird because who does that? It felt kind of odd because this is a brand new space as far as just really being out there with people and just creating abundance now. And the more I did it, I started getting strong. Nobody showed up though, Shay. Nobody showed up on day 1 or day 2. And I kept saying it. And I kept saying, the whole time I'm going, who the heck do you think you are? I said, I am that I am. I'm Kevin. That's who I am. And I just kept doing it. Do you know somebody, we did the workshop, the 5 came, and somebody came last night and said, she said, her name was Sandra, and she says, Kevin, I want to thank you for calling out to me. I know you were doing this and you didn't have to, but I'm so glad that you realized I was one of the ones. I didn't know anything. I just knew by faith I needed to do this. And the woman said, thank you. Why is that so important, Shay? I know for some people who are on here, it's scary to sell. It's scary to put yourself out there and ask for value because you're going to provide massive value. But there's somebody saying, happy entrepreneur tribe people, we need you. Whoever you are, please come and get us. So please keep talking with repetitious consistency because I'm here and thank you for waiting on me. That was part of my message, and I'm waiting on you. And the woman parroted the words back, and it really touched my heart and said, you are on track. So, yeah.
Wow. You are on track. Wow, Kevin, thanks for sharing, man. Thanks for being authentic. Thanks for being the person that you are. Thanks for sharing part of the Champions Creed segment. We appreciate you. We come back. Kevin's going to bring it down the home stretch. He's going to give you that number 5. I think he gave you 4 so far. Is that right, Kevin? You're giving 4?
That's right.
And he has another one to give you. He's going to share that with you as well as a bonus when we come back. You're watching the Happy Entrepreneur Tribe. I'm going to encourage you all to connect with Kevin Goins. Kevin, how can they connect with you before we go to commercial? How can they connect with you?
In the most beautiful space we're doing now online, Owning Your Brilliance. That's where a lot of the great teachers are taking place. You can find Kevin Goins on Facebook, but Owning Your Brilliance is really where a lot of the whole tribe is in a group. And we're just having a great time together.
So they would go to Facebook, look in the browser, and type in Owning Your Brilliance. Those are 3 separate words. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And then that'll take them to the private group, and they can follow the instructions from there. All right, everyone go over to Owning Your Brilliance inside of Facebook, and that's the best place for you to connect with Kevin Goins, Goins. We'll be back in just a moment. I'm going down to New Orleans right now to myself. This is for you and for our sponsor, Elin. The theme is do small things well, get big results. Elin, thanks a lot for all your training, man. I was working even when I was on vacation. We'll be back in just a moment. It's a great day, guys. Shay Brown here. Thanks for hanging out with me. Today is your January 1st. Yes, I got to work out in Troy Fit, my personal trainer. This one is just for you, baby, because I'm on vacation and I'm following the system. I'm following the routine. Here's what I know. Here's what I know that I know. Systems beat goals every single time. So what's my message to you? Have a system in order to achieve your goals. Goals are always in the future, but systems are what you're doing today. And while I'm on vacation here in New Orleans, I'm on a system so that I can make sure that I achieve my health and body fitness goal. Earlier today, I had breakfast. Yes, this morning, and it had a great place. Cerise's Cafe, amazing, on Magazine Avenue. Best breakfast you could possibly have. And then from there, I went over to Louisiana Running Store. Why? Because I have a system. And whenever I can go to a running store and I'm traveling, I love to go. I love to support local entrepreneurs. So here's what I want you to know. What does all this mean for you? What this means for you is, in order for you to achieve your goals, do small things well, and then you'll get big results. Let me say that again. Do small things well, and you will get big results. Don't worry about the big goals. Don't worry about the big dreams. Worry about the systems you have in order to achieve your goals. I had conversations going like that today, and it made a big difference for me. So with that being said, I want you to know that you're amazing. I want you to know that you're incredible. I want you to know that you've got greatness inside you. And I want you to know that for you, the best is yet to come. I love to tell you that. The best is yet to come because I believe that. Why? Because today is your January 1st. That's right, today is your January 1st. With that being said, my name, for those folks who just tuned in, is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. And I promise you, we're going to make some good things happen. We connect again next time. God bless. Wish you success. Make sure you connect with us over at Instagram on I Am Shay Brown. Join me on Instagram, I Am Shay Brown. And also follow us on Facebook over at the Happy Entrepreneur Show. Talk to you later. God bless. I gotta go. I'm done working out. It's time to get something to drink. Peace. Well, it's a great day. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur, and welcome back to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue-focused late-night show in the country, where our mission is to inspire, to empower, and to provide you the resources you need to execute the vision you have for the people you were called to serve. And we're here with Kevin Goins. Kevin Goins is talking about turning your message into a movement. He said you can connect with him at Owning Your Brilliance. Inside of Facebook, there's a little search bar. You type in Owning Your Brilliance, and there's a group there, and you go ahead and you follow the instructions. If you have problems finding it, just send Kevin Goins a personal message. Say, hey, man, I'm trying to find this group, or they didn't accept me into the group, and he just let him know you were watching the Happy Entrepreneur Show, and he'll make sure, or his team will make sure you get taken care of. Kevin, go ahead and give them number 5, the idea that you have to turn their message into a movement. Give them a quick recap on the first 4 for those folks that are just tuning in or have been watching and they're trying to take notes. And someone out there, write down all 4 of these points and then give them number 5. Over to you, Kevin.
So number 1, master your message. Do you have one? We help you do that in the Owning Your Brilliance group. And then number 2, once you've mastered that message, do you have that mindset, that movement mindset, right? Realizing that it's a marathon. Number 3, are you creating a theme, then implementing an explosive momentum behind it? So you want to create a theme around that message. Number 4, repetitious consistency. Do it again and again and again. And then number 5, it is so imperative that you align yourself with like-minded mentors and coaches. That's what I did. In fact, that's what I coach now. I've got about 4 or 5 I do individually. I coach people in a group. But here's why. That's how I got where I got, sooner, quicker, faster. It's easy to, well, on your own, you'll get there, but it may take 2, 3, 4 years. But when you get somebody who can see, because you're in the frame, sometimes you need somebody to see you and help you shape the message, because you might still be in the mess. Remember what I told you over here, whatever happened over here, if you're not healing it, it can bleed and stain over into your life. So a coach can see, wait a minute, that was a moment in time. Can we put that up and start making these decisions now that we're grown, now that we're mature, now that you are the entrepreneur? Can you begin to speak with expansive language so we can hear you? That's what a coach would do. And then can you stand in the confidence of the man or woman you are today, not what had happened way over there, so that you can truly be real, truly be open, because the expansiveness of your heart, that right there is what's going to connect to your humanity, your world. That's going to ultimately turn your message into a movement.
Turn your message into a movement. How powerful is that? Number 5. And Kevin is out there rocking and rolling and making it happen every single day. Kevin, for the person that says, but what if nobody pays me? Like, how you said be consistent and keep doing it if nobody shows up. What do you say to the person that's like, okay, but what if I've written 5 books over here and no one's paid me? And what if nobody sponsored what I'm doing right now?
Oh my God.
What do you suggest to those folks?
That's why let me tell you, Shay, who wants to write a bunch of books and they sit in the garage and collect dust? Who wants to create these businesses and you got all these things happening and nobody shows up? That's why I do the workshop course on the message, because on the message, we talk all the time. If your message is not converting into followers, get in the workshop course. If your message is not big enough with white people, black people, Hispanic people, Asian people, I got people from Singapore and Canada, all across the United States. If it's not big enough and wide enough, get into the workshop course. And then I'm going to show you this. Dude, on Facebook, I want to show people how I pivoted to $3,500 on Facebook in 15 days. That class is coming up on January 12th. So when you're online, there's a way to pivot, Shay. Online has its own language. It has its own cadence. But sometimes we get on like it's a talent show, right? And we go, I did my life. I said all these things. Okay, I'm done. No, that's not how it works. Watch Shay Brown, everybody. Even in his own tribe, his tribe knows how he talks to people, how he cultivates, how he stops, engages. There's a captivation that happens. So it has its own language. And I'm teaching that in the workshop. That's why I'm doing the message into a movement, because what you said is so true. Some people don't know how to pivot to cash or invite people in. That's why I have certain trainings that show you how, because there is its own language online, and you want to know that.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I admired about you, Kevin. We first met in Phoenix, Arizona, is that it wasn't just about the money.
No.
And one of the things that I teach folks all the time is don't chase the money, add value, and the money will chase you. You can jot that one down. That's a Shayism. But don't chase the money. Just add value, and the money will chase you. And Kevin believes in the giver's economy. And the giver's economy is the person that outgives the competition out-earns the competition. Let me say that again. The giver's economy is the person outgives the competition, out-earns the competition. I was just at an event with Willie Jolly this past weekend. He's a motivational speaker. And I was there to learn. And he said, in order for you to get, you got to give. And the reason you can't give, the reason you can't get, because you ain't gave. So talk about the importance, if you would, Kevin, because I know that's one of your core philosophies, one of your values is to give. And you have a heart to give. You have a heart to serve. Talk about just about 1 minute or 2 minutes, and then I know we got to go to commercial. We're about to close this thing up. But why is that so important to give? Why?
This whole week, we just constantly teaching about why your online voice matters. I teach free. We're talking an hour before and after the investor, just constantly giving, because I realized somebody gave to me, Shay. Somebody said, Kevin, I see something in you. And they gave back to me. And it made me look and say, you know what? If they could give it to me, I need to pay it forward too. So it's in the giving. We always, in our group, it's in the giving. That's where the miracles begin to happen. So you have to give, or you don't have to. It's a choice. But if you do give massive value, and then you learn how to invite people in, your job is to give them access to the massive content and value you gave. Their job is to choose.
Wow, I love it. When we come back, I'm going to ask Kevin, we're going to go rapid fire. I'm going to ask Kevin a couple of questions, and he's going to share off the top of his head, what pops in his mind. And then I'm going to ask him to have his final comments. I'm going to encourage you all to connect with Kevin over at facebook.com. Go to the search browser, type in Owning Your Brilliance. That'll take you to a private group. And when you get there, you can follow the instructions to be accepted into the group. Don't worry. If you have to request it, just request it. If they ask any questions, answer the questions. If you have any problems, reach out to Kevin. Say, hey, Kevin, I was watching the Happy Entrepreneur Show, and I'm having a hard time getting in. Kevin will take care of you. That is his commitment. That is his promise. He's a man of his word. It will happen. We're going to go over to Delano Johnson. Delano Johnson is up in New York. So bad they named it twice. So nice they named it twice, I should say. And one of the things that Delano talks about is, I refuse to live talented and broke. And how powerful is that? And maybe that's you as you're listening right now. So I'm going to encourage you to connect with Kevin. I'm going to encourage you to make sure you own your brilliance. I'm going to encourage you to make sure you turn your message into a movement, and then the movement will create the money. We'll be back in just a moment. Delano, my man, take it away.
I live in a city where there are more creative people per square mile than any other place on the planet. Question is, how many of them are successful? How many are just like I was, talented and broke? Being broke is more than just not having money. It's failure to turn opportunities into profitable businesses and relationships that last. My mother always said, people perish for lack of knowledge. A compass takes you in the direction of your destiny, but knowledge of obstacles and distractions will ensure you arrive safely. My mentor once said to me, if I had half your talent, I'd have 4 times my wealth. Since then, I made a promise to God. If he would help me unlock my earning potential, I would pay it forward and help others do the same. That's why I wrote this book, because God made us too talented to live our lives broke. That includes you.
Well, it's a great day. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur, and welcome back to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue-focused late-night show in the country. And we're here with the one and only, my man, Kevin Goins, and he's here on a mission as well. And that's to make sure you have those resources that we promised to help you execute that vision that you have for the people you were called to serve. So some of you are trying to develop your message and he can help you with that. Some of you have a message, but you need to create a movement. He can help you with that. And then some of you have a movement, but now you need to take that movement to another level, and you need to own your brilliance and take your movement with you. He can help you with that as well. And he's already told you where you can connect with him over at Facebook, over at Owning Your Brilliance. You got to put that into the search browser, and you'll find Kevin. And for all of you who've been watching and hit the share button, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. For those that have made comments, all of our digital note takers out there, just made that up. You like that? Digital note takers. Hey, Kevin, let's write that one down. My digital note takers that are out there. Thank you so much. And we admire you and all our podcast listeners. Thank you so much. And those folks on Apple TV and Amazon Fire TV and Roku and YouTube, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming back, man. We appreciate you. We're now in the rapid fire segment, and that's a time where I get to ask the one and only Kevin himself a couple questions, and then he's going to answer those, and he'll have his final comments. But Kevin, for those folks that are listening right now, you just say whatever pops in your mind, obviously. But you've had so many mentors. Who's been a mentor for you along this way, and what's one lesson you learned from them that you would pass along to us?
You know, I've had so many mentors, but one that comes to mind, I love her to death. Her name is Lakeisha Michelle. Let me tell you why I love her so much. Now, she's out here in Dallas, and you need to look her up. She is amazing. But the lady, when I saw her the first time now, because she's also with She Rose Deep with Speaking Right with us with Lisa Nichols. But I saw her. She was doing a Facebook Live, and I said, how dare she live out loud like that? She had a gold microphone. She was singing, hallelujah, going down the road. I'm going, who does that? But watch this. I was so plastic. I was so dressed up in the dream they said I was supposed to have. My dream inside was looking at her, and it was jealous and green, going, how can I have what she had? How can I be like that? And I began seeing somebody have the audacity to live out loud and even offer value, teach tons of value, and then offer. And I'm going, how's she doing that? Why can I not do that? So when I saw her, I said, that's how I want to be online, because I love the relatability that I see that I did not have. I love the fact she was comfortable when I was like this. And I said, I want to be able to unlock, unfold, manifest, and become the real Kevin. And she's showing me evidence and clues that it's possible. That's somebody that really touched me.
Wow, thanks so much for sharing. What's one of the characteristics that you admire when you're partnering with someone? A number of business owners, entrepreneurs out there might be like, wow, Kevin's someone that I can partner with. I own a marketing company, but Kevin teaches people how to do the messages, or I'm in social media. His messaging helps someone in social media. My question to you is, what's a characteristic that you look for, that you admire when you're looking to collaborate with another entrepreneur or another business partner?
My favorite word on the planet starts with an I. I look for their intention. How can we do this and just grow and grow just financially, but we leave the people out? That's not for me. I like the intention that we're doing something where we're jumping the planet. That's our theme. Jump the planet with me, where we're touching hearts, touching lives, and showing people and empowering them today, so that they're not watching us jump, they're jumping with us. So if the intention is not right, you may have to miss me with that.
I love it, man. Thanks so much for sharing. Who's the ideal client for Own Your Brilliance, or for Movement to a Message? Is it someone that has to be an entrepreneur? Do you accept folks who go to work every day and pay their taxes, but they also start their business full time as well? Who's the ideal type of client for you and your company that shares your values?
In this space here, now I will be honest, when I started the Speaking Right community, there's a lot of speakers there, because there's a lot of speakers and business owners and authors, and definitely they're welcome. But let me tell you something. It's also people like me who are not quite sure, but their dream inside is saying, I like that laptop lifestyle where I can do Zoom sessions from home and teach my value and expertise and be real and offer. I like being and showing up. So yeah, I can be a leader, I can be a speaker, but I also just want to be a person who says with dignity, I want to do that. I want to be able to create that kind of world. So if it's hitting your heart, and you know it is, and you're a leader, you want to be expansive and actually add to your brand, that's you as well. Those who know but not quite sure, but you've got the authenticity, the consistency, and the will to do it, that's the ideal client.
I love it, man. I love what you're doing. What's a book you read recently that you would like to share, and not the book, the title, but the lesson that you learned that you're applying in your life outside of the good book. So let's take the Bible and say that's the good book. That's not even part of the categories you can pick from. What's the book you read? Yeah.
The E-Myth by Michael Gerber. That book I still sometimes struggle with, and I give it just in 30 seconds. What it tells us, a lot of us come to the table as the best entrepreneur or the best technician. I'm a speaker, or I make the best fried chicken in the world, or I mow the best lawns, or I have the best, whatever that is online, the best marketing business. That's the technician part. But how many of us sometimes CEO that thing? Well, we wake up in the morning, you sit down, and we look at what direction is this God doing? Is it even being directed? Or am I just waking up and just trying to see if I can get booked? Or am I just waking up and trying to see if I can hustle and sell? Are we creating a different direction when it's off track? And then what he says is, if you can CEO it, be the best technician, also be a manager. Maybe you do have the right goals, but did your goals go astray or they're not producing return? As a manager, do I need to tweak it so that it begins to create an enhanced return on investment? So sometimes personally, I get stuck in the technician side, just loving what I'm doing, loving the teaching. But on occasion, I must step back, breathe, become the CEO and say, the ship must go due north.
Man, I love it. I love it, man. Last question. What's one of the reasons why you decided to be on the Happy Entrepreneur Show, man, to share your experience, share your expertise, and share your time? One of the things we know, Kevin, is everyone watching right now, every one of you can always make more money. I know you can make more money, but none of you, not one of you, can make more time. And so Kevin's given his most precious resource right now, which is his time. So Kevin, what's one of the reasons why you decided to show up, be on the Happy Entrepreneur Show, and give your best? You didn't hold back at all. You gave everything you had. Why?
First and foremost, let me just say thank you to your tribe for having me. I appreciate the Happy Entrepreneur Tribe. I love what you're doing, Shay. I love the fact that you're edifying and building. See, my computer loves you too. You're building us up. You're making sure that we have a safe space as entrepreneurs and say, let's let our hair down. So thank you for this space that you've created. That was one of the reasons right there. When I saw you, I saw a man on fire. I saw a man doing different things. In fact, you were with one of my coaches, and I'm going, wow, if she likes him, there's some credibility there. That right there. But then to the entrepreneur that's listening, and you up right now and it's late at night and you're about to go to bed, let me leave you with these words in closing. I see you and I know who you are. In fact, I am you. I know sometimes when you're afraid, not quite sure, you've got this, you've done all the giving, you've done everything, and sometimes you give it all away and you're going, but how do I get value back? I know what it's like to be afraid. I know what it's like to not even know what is my message and how do I get it down to 3 minutes or even 90 seconds in the event you're on a commercial or the Happy Entrepreneur Show. Trust me, I know. But here's what I know for sure. The reason why I came here is because I want to say I was that person as well. And there are days I still am. But then there are days I'm brilliant and I'm good, I'm white hot and on fire. But then when I wake up like I did the other day, and I felt like my cape was in the cleaners, and I felt naked and ashamed. Nobody bought anything. I offered, I did the same thing yesterday, and nothing happened. When I felt my energy and my emotions going down, I said, Kevin, it's okay. It's the repetitious consistency. And I said, is this reason here that I teach how to actually take your mess and take it and mold it into a message, and then how to take your message and mold it into a movement, because I see you. So guys, I love the fact that you're Planet Jumpers as well. And you're doing those things that must be necessary. But there's times it's okay. If it doesn't work, still do it with repetitious consistency, because it will happen for you.
Wow, that is so important, man. Let me say thank you so much, Kevin, for being on the show. We appreciate you. We love you. For everyone that's out there right now, thanks for tuning in, man. We're going to encourage you to come back. Continue to tune in. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go over to happyentrepreneursshow.com. And if you enjoyed the show, leave a comment for Kevin. Like, go to the comment section and say, Kevin did great. Kevin was wonderful. Kevin was amazing. Hit the share button. You can hit the share button one more time. Hit that share button. Pay this message forward to someone else, because we appreciate you, every single one of you. Continue to tune in. Kevin, I got to have you back, man. I mean, Kevin, we've got to have more time. We got to talk about owning your brilliance, man. We got to
Yes.
talk about that. You mentioned it so many times. Got to have you back, and we're going to do that. So once again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, man. I want you to know you're amazing. You are incredible. For all of you who are watching out there, thank you. Without you,
Thank you, Shay.
there is no show. There just is no show. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for telling your friends. Thank you for forwarding the emails. We appreciate you. With that being said, my name, by the way, for those folks that are just tuning in for the very first time, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. We're going to make some good things happen. We connect again next time because today is your January 1st. Today is your January 1st. As we close out, you look right below that video and write these words. Today is my January 1st. I get a restart. Today is my January 1st. I'm going to own my brilliance. Today is my January 1st. I'm going to connect with Kevin. I'm over at Owning Your Brilliance over at Facebook because it's time for me to take my message and turn to the movement. I got to go. I'm having so much fun. This is like happy hour, Kevin. It's like happy hour, right? We get to kick back, and I get to learn from people like you. But we got to go. Kevin's in overtime, by the way. Actually, Kevin's in triple overtime. He stayed. All right, we got to go. God bless. Kevin, thanks a lot, man. You're amazing. Thank every single one of you. Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. We got to go. Love y'all out there. You got to love these guys. Promise I made to my mom. I only did this message for one person, and that's my mom. This is for you, Mom. Love you. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Shay Brown.
Mic check, mic check.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Yes. Yeah.
And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win. If you're going in, put your hands.
Thank you. God bless.